what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of Starmade Tech. Today we're going to be going over clocks, fast clocks, and hopefully update-proof fast clocks. This clock here is update-proof, quote-unquote, because it doesn't use shootout rails. It's using regular rails on a slow speed, and that speed is being multiplied really fast. So that's what we got going on over here. You can kind of see the cool little circle effect I got going with the lights, the blue lights over there, kind of going clockwise, even though it's actually going counterclockwise. And I'll show you what I got going on over here. I got a rail speed controller controlling these two rails. It's going 2/3, so two of those activation blocks are on while one is off. This is actually connected to 3 of these blocks, while also being connected to these 2 rails to control that speed. Also what we got going on here is you can see there's a slow counter. Instead of just using delay blocks that have like a defined 0.5 delay before it goes to the next block, this, I guess, cascade block, this cascade clock right here is going as fast as this rail is going. So if this rail speeds up, this will speed up. And that's important for this because I need something that can reset all of these clocks within 1/10 of a second, so it's not going at the default 0.5 seconds. So here we have 16 individual clocks all being linked up and out of sync by this one clock going 2/3 speed. And as we can see, each time it increments up back and forth along here, resetting the time for these 16 individual clocks. And when it's working, you can see these individual clocks, they're just kind of cascading down here and here. So without further ado, let's build one, right? Alright, so first thing we're going to need is to get some creative mode, and we're going to have to get some blocks that we're going to be using here. I need some rails, rail speed controller, course logic blocks. I need my display block as well. I think that should be it, but we'll see. Let's go ahead and start off with some, let's get that down there, it's going to bother me, some rails here. It's going to go this way. Oh, we don't need that connected to anything. And then this one's going to go the other way. Let's go ahead and put down our entity, create docking. I'll put it right there. And then the core is going to go right here. So, and there it goes. It's going default speed, which of course is too slow for us. We're going to have to get it up to 2/3 speed. But in the meantime, let's go and put some of those activations behind it to get those pulses out of here. Now let's throw down the speed controller so we can get our 2/3 speed going. And for 2/3, we're going to need 3 blocks. I'm going to put one here, and then for symmetry's sake, I'm going to put the other ones over here. Now this guy is going to link up over to here, and that's also going to be on. And this speed controller is going to link up to these 3 blocks here, as well as these 2 rails. And that'll be getting it going just a little bit faster up to 2/3 speed. Alright, so that's it for my speed controller. Now let's start building the clock part. So to get a cascading clock that goes at the same speed as the rail, you can't just use delay blocks because that's a set speed of 0.5 seconds. We're going to need some OR gates and some flip-flops. So for the OR gates, it's going to be 16 individual cells. So I want my Z at 2 because I want 2 sides, so 8 each. 8 each side, so let's get that up to 8. I'm going to put these down right there. Those are my ORs. And now I'm going to need flip-flops on each side. Put this one over here on this side as well. Like so, and now the linking begins. So each one of these is going to be linked up to all these ORs on this side. And this is going to be linked up to all these ORs on this side. Like so. Working perfectly. Let's turn this off. I don't like working on logic while it's activated. Alright, CV, CV. These are all interconnected. The OR with the individual flip-flops. Oops. Alright, that should be working now. And before I turn this on, all of my flip-flops need to be activated. Oh wait, I forgot to connect all my flip-flops in series. So these flip-flops get daisy-chained. Alright, so let's turn all these flip-flops on. I should turn them all on, and it's very important that one of them stay off. Alright, so let's turn this on and see if it increments the way it's supposed to. Nice. Working exactly how it should. Alright, so let's go ahead and throw down our 16 cells, our 16 individual clocks. And I like putting them down a certain way, because I'm a little OCD about it. I like my AND gates to go there, my delays to go there, and my knots to go here. So this is going to link up like so. The AND gate's going to go into the delay is going to go into the knot, and then the knot is going to go into the... Alright, so V, and then also this on-off button is going to link into the AND, because I don't want them being triggered, or I don't want the clocks ticking while the whole system is off. So now, before we copy anything, we need to make sure that that NOT gate is active, because otherwise it just won't work. Alright, so now it's ready to copy. So let's go and set our Z down to 3. Copy. Like so, and now let's do some pasting. Paste. So... Oh, wrong way. I guess it could work that way, but I don't want it like that. I want it like that. Let's do that. There we go. Alright, so let's turn off paste. Alright, so see, all these need to be connected to that on-off button there. And all of these need to be connected down here. Alright, and now each one of these flip-flop needs to be connected to its own individual AND. Alright, now, if it works, you should start seeing these, see how this is cascading like this? It should do the same thing over here. Alright, so let's turn that on, and it should start cascading once it gets all the way through and gets it all set up. Looking good. Alright, so now we need an output. Let's go and turn it off. We're going to link all of these delay blocks into a common output activation block right here. There's my output going to be. So all of these delay blocks need to go into one activation block down here. Alright, so now we got all the outputs going to that one output. And it's going to work. It's not going to look any different. It's just a lot of work put into a single block without any visual indication. So let's do those visual indications. Let's go ahead and build a pulse counter. We're going to build a display-based pulse counter. And how we do that is with regular expressions. Now, I did not come up with this regular expression I'm getting ready to do. I got it off of a page on starmade.net that was posted by a fellow Starmadian. I'll put a link in the description below. But that's a compilation of regular expressions put up by other users. And I believe the user who's responsible for this particular one, this integer increment, I guess whatever you want to call it, it increments integers, that was donated or put up by Galactic X, I believe. So he's going to be the one to give credit to for this particular script. An activation block here. Now I need some display blocks. Here. Now these display blocks are coming up with items already in the display, and that's because I did this before I recorded. And so if you delete a display block that has something in it, and then you put that same display block down, it'll still show what it was showing before. So that's why it's doing that. Let's go ahead and put a display block here as well. So that's that. Let's go ahead and get everything connected. C, V, C, V, C, V, C, V, C, V. This guy also goes into here. Okay, here. The output of this clock feeds into here, and the on-off feeds into here. And we want to make sure that that knot is active. And now it should work. As soon as I turn it on, I should start seeing about how fast it goes. Right away, we should start seeing that pulses per second changing. Oh wait, I forgot to do a port part. Let's turn that off. Alright, so these all feed into displays as follows. This goes into here. No, into here. This goes into here. This goes into here. And this goes into here. So that should do it. Alright, let's turn it on. Alright, so the pulses should slowly start coming up till we get to about 15 or 16. Alright, so we're at 15, we're at full speed, it's all synchronized. It'll deviate. I'm not sure how much I trust this pulse per second clock with displays. I'm pretty sure that I'm putting out a steady stream of pulses, even though this tends to fluctuate. I mean, if you look up here, it looks like it's pretty steady coming out of here. I'm not sure if it's based off of lag of the display clock, or if it's based off of lag of the clock itself. But in any case, it kind of fluctuates its pulses per second. I'm pretty sure I'm getting about 15, but who knows. With any regard, I know it's fast enough to charge a chain drive within a minimal amount of time. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and copy this light display right here, and I'll show you how to link that up too. We're going to need an X and Y of 7. Copy. Let's go ahead and put it down over here. Paste. About right there should do it. So, undo paste. Alright, let's go ahead and link these things up. Let's turn it off while we're linking. Alright, so I'm going to link these up counterclockwise so that the effect looks like it's going clockwise. Alright, so these get linked up to all of the half slabs, to the slab lights, in a counterclockwise fashion. Like so. So I think we got just about all of these slab lights. And now we come back here for the non-slabs, the full lights. We're going to also do these in a counterclockwise order here. And I'm doing this counterclockwise just so the effect looks like it's going clockwise. Now this effect would be really cool. Let's see what number we're on. What number was that? Looks like it was over here. This effect would be really cool if, like, if you look at the old Star Trek, like the original series, on the Bussard collectors, on the pylons for the engines, they looked like they were doing like a little kind of clockwise motion with the lights. This would be a really cool effect for a old school, you know, Star Trek the original generation, or no, Star Trek the original series Enterprise engine cowling right here. So if you turn this on, you can see it's starting to do its clockwise thing, and it's almost there. There we go. Ready to go, putting out its full number of pulses. Good to go. So that's how you build this thing. That's how you build a non-shootout clock Alright, so it's no shootout rails, it's a fast clock, it's fast enough to charge a chain drive in the minimum amount of time. So it's a full-on fast clock without the use of shootout rails. So hopefully this is update proof, but I guess we'll see as the changes come down. The only thing that would make this not update proof is if you had a limited number of activations that you could send to an activation block at once. That would limit its speed. But other than that, this is pretty much, it's gonna stand the test of time, I believe. And it's pretty simple to use. You can cut and paste these guys. They're in block format. And all you need to do is add your own entities in here. So this one need to add an entity. Quick note on these guys though. If you were to add an entity, turn it on, and then turn it off, then cut and paste it, it may not work 100%. For some reason, if it's been cut and pasted after it's been used, sometimes these knots become unactivated, and then if it's not activated, the clock won't work. You have to get in there and activate that knot signal. To help alleviate that on most of these, like this one for example, let's turn lighting on. I have all my delay gates on this side, so if you just make sure all these delay gates are off, then you know the knot gates are on, and that will make sure that your clocks, your individual cell clocks, are going to work. Also, you want to make sure that all of these flip-flops are on with the exception of one. When one of them off, that's how it kind of increments. One of it has to have one to increment. And that's how that works. So you got your 3 cut and paste size of clocks that you guys can put into your own ships. I've also laid it out here to explain how to put it together, how to build it. I got a cool little light effect here that would be really cool for an engine, or some kind of like maybe Knight Rider kind of thing. So anyway, all very cool, all very nice, all very maybe not be so easy, but hopefully my explanation will make it easier for you to understand how it works. Alright guys, so that's it. That's your non-shootout rail fast clock, single entity, fast enough to charge a chain drive. If you liked the video, give me a like. If you want to see more, give me a subscription. And as always, leave comments below if you want to see something else. Let me know. Let me know in the comments below. So thanks for watching, and peace out.